Denmark is the happiest place on Earth. In 2012, the World Happiness Report asked thousands of citizens from countries around the globe to reflect on their overall satisfaction with their lives. The results of this massive study found Denmark to be the happiest country in the world, closely followed by other Scandinavian countries like Finland, Switzerland, and Norway. Why are the Danes so happy, you ask? Well, for one, the Danish people enjoy a very high level of social mobility, with very low levels of crime and poverty. Most garbage men actually earn enough to be considered middle class. Another reason might be the amount of time Danes spend with friends and family. In Denmark, very few people work later than 5, and the weekends are seen as important time reserved for seeing loved ones or pursuing hobbies. Of course, the fact that all Danes enjoy free healthcare and a college education doesn't hurt either. Perhaps, however, it's simply the natural beauty of their rugged Viking landscape that keeps the Danes so content. Denmark has the oldest flag in the world. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, Denmark's flag is the oldest state flag still in use by a nation. The white cross of Denmark's flag, also known as the Danebro, is meant to represent Christianity, and according to legend was a gift from God himself. In the 13th century, the Danish army was losing a great battle to the Estonians. But just as the Danes were about to be defeated, the sky opened up and a flag floated down to earth. The Danish king quickly raised the flag, and his troops were so inspired with courage that they were able to completely overrun the Estonians. Although many believe this legend to be just that, the earliest historic evidence of the Danish flag was in 1356, still making it the oldest continually used state flag in existence by at least 100 years.
Under the sea, darling, it's better down where it's wet.
The Little Mermaid lives in Copenhagen. Unless you spent your childhood under a rock, you probably know the story of Disney's The Little Mermaid. What most people don't know is that The Little Mermaid was originally a fairy tale written by the famous Danish author Hans Christian Andersen. Hans was one of the original ballers of fairy tales, writing classics like The Princess and the Pea, Thumbelina, and The Emperor's New Clothes. In 1913, in honor of Hans and his famous story, a bronze mermaid statue was placed in Langelini Harbor near Copenhagen. The statue has since become a major tourist attraction and even something of an unofficial mascot to the Danes. The seated position of the mermaid statue is also the same position as Ariel from the Disney cartoon the first time she comes on land.
Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle.
Copenhagen is the biking capital of the world. About 1 out of every 3 Danes bikes to work or school each day. Special bike lanes are separate from the rest of traffic and even have their own traffic signals. Copenhagen's biking system is so successful it's been copied by several other large cities, including New York City. NYC's public transit system is currently in the process of being Copenhagenized, and yes, according to Wikipedia, that's an actual term. The most popular toy in the world is from Denmark. In the 1930s, a Danish carpenter named Ole Kirk Christensen began building and selling wooden toys to help supplement his struggling furniture business. In 1937, he created the first wooden interlocking blocks as a child's toy. Christensen called his creation Legos, a contraction of the Danish word leg godt, meaning play well. By 1947, Christensen began casting his blocks out of plastics, and before long the toys were a hit. Legos have since become one of the world's most successful toys, with 19 million bricks being produced each year. With 4 Lego theme parks around the world and even a Lego movie scheduled to come out in 2014, the still privately held company shows little sign of slowing down.
We're holding on to what's golden. On the stage, I rage